What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Heavy Wrench. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it as always. Today we're going out to work on an 8360R with a hydraulic leak. It's currently 6 in the morning. We're heading out there. It's Saturday. Got the live stream tonight, but we're still going to fix jobs. Letting the service truck warm up here for a minute. Figured I'd start the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell, all that good stuff. Merch is at heavywrench.com. Buy it if you want to. Don't feel like you have to. But we're going to go check it out. He called last night. Everybody's trying to get the push of getting their crops in the ground, so we're going to go see what this hydraulic leak entails. Might be a quick one, might be an all-day deal. Never know when you leave for the job. Just said it's a leak, so we'll find out. Maybe I'll do a little video while I'm driving or on the road here so you can see the view or whatever, but we'll go from there. Stick tuned. Stay tuned. Well, guys and gals, the sun's coming up pretty good. It's probably been a half hour now of driving, but there's some pretty land there. If you don't know much about Michigan, we got some pretty flat land around here. Quite a bit of trees, but the fields aren't very big for the most part. So, I don't know, I'm trying to think, you know, when you go out to a job, you try to think of what it could be all the time, right? I think that's what makes a technician or a mechanic, right? Is the why. You're always trying to figure out the why. Well, that being said, I don't think there's very many hydraulic hoses on these R tractors. I mean, it's probably probably 2012-ish, I think, tractor. So, I don't know, it might be an O-ring, might be something rough. Who knows? I mean, we might get into who knows what we'll get into, but either way, we're heading out there. There's a new construction site on the left. You can't see that, but I figured I'd give you a little tour of the road I'm taking. And I hope the audio turned out on that. We'll find out. So just figured I'd try to add a little bit extra of you know, what my landscape looks like of where I go versus, you know, where you're from. It's kind of one of those interesting things, you know, and I like to see other people do this a little bit, so it's pretty good. And we'll see what we got. Stopped at the old gas station. Got myself a fresh can of Coke, which I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, but who knows? There's another field there. I mean, if you end up with a 100-acre field here, that's a big field. Most are 20s, 40s, some, you know, between 20s and 40s. You get a 50-acre, that's pretty good size. To make something 100 acres, you got to put a lot of work in clearing fence rows and doing other stuff. You know, it's definitely a kind of a wooded area. But anyway, we'll get back to it, and I'll be at the tractor here shortly, hopefully, and next time you see it will be pulling up with the tractor. All right, we're on the road now. He said it's close to their farm, so we'll see if we can find it. I texted him when I left. I haven't checked yet. I don't think he's texted back yet or anything, but we'll see if we can't find it. He said it's in one of the fields by the farm, so we're gonna see if we can find the tractor. I'm betting it's got the planter on it, but who knows? You know, you never know what's on the back of it. So we'll see. We'll see here. Oh, there he is right there, farmer. So, all right, talk to you in a minute. pretty good when you can follow the guy to the field. It's way better. So back off a little bit here, but be there in a second. We're in the field. Oh, there it is. I don't know if I'd have found that one. She is. We made her back here. Looks like a suspension. Front axle's pretty low. Front end's pretty low. Well, I got the hose off. Heading to go get a new hose. The Napa store uptown. It's a Dash 8 hose. I'll show you where it was when I got off, or where I got it off from. But it actually blew the crimp right out of the fitting. So one of those deals. We're taking a slow ride out of the field here. It's a great morning though. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Like I said, it was on their last round. It was pretty wild. So now stay tuned. We'll check it out here. I'll show you what I found and what we got. Well, guys, the oil was blowing. Anyway, the oil was blowing right out of here. I had to pull some panels off and whatnot, but the hose, I mean, it was blowing. The oil was blowing clear out to this dual on the front of this tractor. But 8360R, the suspension is collapsed straight down too. So anyway, the line, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm trying to get in there. Anyway, it's right here is the line where I'm spinning that nut. I had to use crow's feet, and then the upper portion, that hose is a short hose. It goes right to here. So it loops around and comes back down. I got the hose off, had it made at a local auto parts store, had all the stuff in stock. So we're gonna get this hose on and see what happens. Maybe I'll video a little bit of it, but the crow's foot stubby wrenches, it was a fun one. I'm not sure how the video quality is going to be. I'm using my phone today, so that's kind of different, but we're going to see if we can't go from get in here and kind of see if we can't make this happen somehow. Not sure. Sometimes you get the old hose out and then you can't really get the new hose in without a bunch of different stuff. But we're gonna give her a whirl here because okay, we got to there. Let's see if I can get that. I'm gonna have to go to the other side and see if I can't get it started maybe. Get it close to the fitting, because boy oh boy, she's definitely and then the hose just dropped every time, boys, every time. They gotta drop all sorts of stuff. Lay under here, take a look, see if we can find it. There it is. Oh, some of these hydraulic hoses are a real pain in the butt. I'm gonna try it from the other side, see what happens. Oh, with all these shortages of everything going on these days, I bought some of these orange gloves. I like the 8 mil thick ones, but all I could find was some 6 mils. These are the 8 mils, but the 6 mils don't last worth nothing. They're basically junk to me because they tear on every little corner that you think, you know, that you have to touch or get around. They freaking tear. They ain't worth a crap. Now we gotta I'm gonna try to do this one-handed, I believe. I got it kind of propped up on the other side. If I can get it started, all it's gotta do is start like a thread, and it'll be a good deal. I don't want to have to pull off anything, you know, I might have to end up pulling off a couple other hoses or something on the other side to get it to start. Maybe if I put a zip tie around this fitting, it'll hold it in place for me so I can start a little bit better, but we'll figure it out. We're going to try some Hero or Zero stuff here. We'll put a zip tie around the hose. This is the way it has to be bent anyway. So I'm going to try to put a zip tie, I'll show you, like this. And then hopefully I can get it sit down in there and where it kind of belongs. And I can hold the upper side. And is that gonna work or not? I don't know yet. We'll find out when we get closer here. Good. Drop the hose. Of course, every time you get close to something, there it goes. Okay. Pick this up. Set it over here. Start to get it. We'll get it. Just gonna get it or not? I don't know. Trying to take you along for the ride, but I don't know how much of this footage is gonna make it, to be honest with you. But oh man, that might have done it. It's real close. You guys probably can't see nothing besides my arms, but all I gotta do is get it to start a thread, and then I can use the crow's foot the rest of the way. Sometimes when people, they get upset at, stuff, how difficult it is, but if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? And sometimes you got to have just enough MacGyver in you to get stuff going. And especially when you're out, like in a field truck or wherever, I'm in a middle of nowhere right now. Not really the middle of nowhere, but, don't really have much access to stuff, so it is what it is, and that looks like it's gonna work. So I got the fitting started. I just gotta keep messing with it here until it gets somewhat tight, so that O-ring seats a little bit. There it goes. Now we're spinning. When you find that happy spot, oh boy. Oh, somebody's gonna leave a comment about that, finding the happy spot. I'm sure of it. You guys are so nice to me. Oh, let's get a Dash 8 flat face O-ring in there now. I don't like putting the O-ring in until it's all pretty much done, because it'll fall out on you as soon as you touch it or whatever. So I'm gonna get an O-ring right now out of my kit and put it in there, and we'll go from there. If y'all are looking for a kit, John Deere makes this flat face O-ring kit, AT85-197. It actually is a really nice kit. It gives you the part numbers, and I write what size is on it, but it gives you all these. It might not give you as many as what I have in here, but when I need a -8, that's the part number, and it's right here. And I got plenty of O-rings, and I got one extra, just random one over there. There's 4 extra spots in it, but that's a nice little kit to have just on a service truck because they're just nice to have. And then when you get a hose like this, the male side came with an O-ring, but the female side didn't. So I'm gonna grab a pick. We'll get this one set in place, and then we'll go from there. Some guys would say, well, why would you replace that O-ring? Why wouldn't you? You know, it's even though it's a pain in the butt to get to and all that stuff, it's worth doing because you're right there. I mean, if I didn't have one, I could probably reuse it and get away with it, but just keep a couple on your truck and be done with it. They're fairly cheap. So now we got that. Now I'll pull that off of there. We'll get a pair of, we'll get this zip tie off of there. Oh boy, she sprung up big time. Okay, now we'll set this one down here. See if we can get it to go. We might have to pry down on that a little bit. Let me grab a pry bar, push down on that hose just a little bit. Well, I apologize for all that other video that just happened. Just noticed my camera was twisted, and yeah, not good. So, well, you can see kind of where I'm working here and how not fun it is. Well, I can get this pry bar in here twisted. I can get myself a little bit of pull on that baby. Up over it. Twist it down. Pull back. Just a little bit right there. Just enough. That looks straight. So close, it's not even funny here. Well, I think you're in the way just a little bit. Let me move you. Maybe. Maybe I just stop the camera for now. It ain't worth it. Well, that's what it was. I just had to fight it, and you guys missed a little bit of cursing there. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what. Not a fun spot, I'll tell you that for sure. So without angle wrenches and without crow's feet, this hose would have not been replaced, that's for sure. Plus these little stubby 15/16 wrenches. So we'll get this on and we'll fire it up and make sure everything's good to go. Top off the hydraulic oil. Oh yeah, we got lots to do still. Then I gotta go home and work on a skid steer. Guy called me up last night. I hope you can hear this. Guy called me up last night. He's got a bent panel. Right, there's that. Okay, now you gotta tighten up that bottom one. Which takes a 7/8 angle wrench. This is a Matco. Not a big fan of this angle wrench, but it's not as good as the Snap-ons, I'll tell you that for sure. I know Tecton's got some ones out there, and the verdict is still out on those for me. I haven't personally tried them. I know a couple of guys that have, and they're like 50-50 as far as them being happy with them. So take that for what it's worth. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, without the crow's foot and without this 7/8 angle wrench. Okay, that's done. So that's all good. I'm just gonna get the wrench out of there. The hose is on. The farmer took apart all the panels and stuff, so I gotta figure all that out to go back together. But right now we're gonna fire it up and see if she leaks. Which I'm pretty certain it won't. Hopefully this isn't too long of a video for you. We'll set you guys right here. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll go up in the cab. We'll go together. I'll set this stuff on my bumper. Oh man, what a mess. All right, let's see here. Oh, we got a key. Green star lighting up. The fans are on. Turn that to off. Hydraulic oil level low. Okay, that's fine. We knew that. So we will fire this baby up. Let's go look for leaks. Nothing gushing. Looking good. Well, guys, I gotta tell you this though. It's always good to have. I've made these metric bolt bins, kind of. They're out of these older Stanley things. They work pretty well. Keep your bolts somewhat separated, but there's always missing bolts whenever you come to a machine. So you put them in where you can, and it helps out everything, keeping everything tight. There was a couple clamps that were off of there, but looks like we might have an oil cooler to reseal at some point here on that one. So I'll let them know about that and try to find some other stuff and just keep them informed what's going on. No big deal. Yeah, when that hose blew, she took a lot of oil out of there. This is a 1990 air seeder. It's a pretty nice unit. I got a nice little toolbox set up right there. I don't know if you see that, but that's pretty cool. I definitely appreciate the right on the planner. You can get stuff done. Pretty neat. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. And we're all full of oil, no more leaks. I gotta pick up the rest of my truck here and we'll be good to go and on to the next one for a Saturday. Not a bad gig. So have a good one. I should probably turn this around. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Check out live streams on Saturday nights. And CK Master Tech, this video is for a little content for you. I know you're laid up today having surgery, so best of luck with you. And hopefully you get to watch this in recovery and enjoy a little John Deere content. So have a good one. Thanks.